This is the same man who self-declared himself the peace president. Okay, this is the man who launched the Board of Peace. This is the man who 10 years ago promised to focus on America first. He said when he first ran for president in 2016 that regime change is a proven absolute failure. He promised to stop racing to topple foreign regimes. Okay, in 2024, when he ran for president, he said he would start no new wars. And he said that if Big Sister General Kamala Harris won, she would get us into World War III guaranteed. And send the sons and daughters of Americans to go fight for a war in a country that you've never heard of. I'm not making any of this up. Let's listen.
We're going to stop the reckless and costly policy of regime change.
We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars. 4 years we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. You're not going to have a war with me, and you're not going to have a third world war with me. That I can tell you. I will also restore peace through strength, and I will prevent World War III from happening. We will stop it. When crooked Hillary Clinton was running against me, she said, look at him, listen to him, listen to his horrible tone. I said, that horrible tone is going to keep people from fighting us, and that's what happened.
Well, none of that has aged well. Not to mention, they told us last summer that Iran's nuclear facilities have been obliterated and suggestions otherwise are fake news. That was posted on the White House website on June 25th, 2025. But just last week, on February 22nd, they told us Iran is a week away from bomb-grade material. I'm not making none of this up either. Roll the tape.
Till Iran wants to meet. As you know, their sites were obliterated. They're very evil nuclear sites. They were, now has been proven. We had some fake news for a little while.
He also said that Obama would start a war with Iran to boost his re-election prospects. Let's listen to this one.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran.
Well, speaking of starting a war to boost their re-election prospects, what about starting a war to stop an election? We have Trump talking about that too.
So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, it's good.
I think sadly that clip is going to age very well. I miss the days when all my president lied about was having sexual relations with a woman. Okay, it's only been about a year and Trump is sending your sons and daughters to war to topple foreign regimes. Look, man, I don't care if it's Iran, Iraq, I's tired. Okay, I's tired of seeing tens of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars spent on war when people are struggling to make ends meet right here in America. Okay, in the words of the late great Tupac Shakur, they got money for war but can't feed the poor. Not to mention, we have to watch all these kids in other countries being killed. Okay, a bombing of an Iran primary school killed 115 girls. I don't care where life is lost, okay? I don't like it because when I hear stories about a school being bombed and kids losing their life, all I think about is my kids. Can you imagine being a parent and getting that kind of news? I don't have to live in the same country as a person to have empathy for their situation. Not to mention, Trump is putting our troops in danger. Imagine being a military officer who voted for Trump because you were tired of going overseas to fight wars. You bought into him saying he's the anti-war president. And, you know, listen, I'll even shoot you some bail in Trump's first term. He didn't start any new large-scale ground wars. This is true. He also made a deal with the Taliban in 2020 to withdraw U.S. forces from Afghanistan. So I can see why you would believe him when he said he was the anti-war president and he wouldn't start any new wars. But gotcha. Okay, imagine buying into that and now, boom, you off to Iran. Not to mention all the people who feel like we are only going into Iran because Trump is Bibi Netanyahu's bitch. Okay, this is all I've been hearing all weekend. That's all I've been hearing people say. Jeremy Sachs, who is an American economist, said this.
This has never been about nuclear weapons. This has been about Israel's regional hegemony in the Middle East. Israel wants to topple the Iranian regime, period. It has said so. This is not a mystery. This is not my claim. This is Israeli policy repeated year in, year out. The whole idea that Trump is negotiating to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, that was negotiated. Trump ripped it up. The Iranians have come back every year to say, we don't want a nuclear weapon. We want negotiations. The United States does not accept yes for an answer because it works for the government of Israel. It may be because of what's in the Epstein files that haven't been released. It may be blackmail. It may be corruption. It may be many other things, but it is not about America's interests.
Listen, if you are an American and you see us spending hundreds of billions of dollars on a war and someone tells you that war is only happening because another country wants you to do it, oh, you are pissed off this morning. Okay, the next reporters who interviewed Donald Trump need to ask him those two questions. President Trump, you said there will be no new wars. What changed? And are you doing this because you are beholden to Bibi Netanyahu and the Israeli government? I need those two questions asked, but it won't matter what the answer is because the response will be a lie. Okay, Operation Epic Fury is destined to be Operation Epic Fail. Listen, man, everyone who voted for Trump, it's okay to say you got conned. He got you. I am not judging you. You know why? Because sadly, we are in this together, okay? I know it sounds good to say, that's your president. No, he's our president. He's the president of the United States of America. And what he does impacts us all. And it's going to take all of us, okay, we the people, to clean up whatever mess he leaves. So I'm not judging you for your vote. Okay, elections have consequences, and the consequences are clearly speaking for themselves. But I will start judging those of you who can't admit you got it wrong. Because the moment you admit you were fooled is the moment you stop being one.
Donkey of the Day is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey when you need a fighter on your side. If you're ever injured, go to michaelthebull.com. That's michaelthebull.com. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Hold up. Every day I wake up.
Wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?